Hey, welcome to Sipper Social Club. I'm Jeremy, and tonight I have the GlenAllachie 12-year-old port cask finish, bottled at 48% ABV. How does a port finish work on GlenAllachie? Has Billy Walker done his magic again? I'll let you know when I nose it, taste it, and give it a mark. Alright, so this spends its first 10 years in ex-bourbon cask and then a final 2-year maturation in ruby port pipes. Let's see how this is on the nose. So just a huge explosion of very, very sweet strawberries, raspberries. I get this like rhubarb pie filling that's really, really nice on this. Lots of like candy, very sweet sugar sweetness. I get this grape candy. This is what I'm talking about. It's like I get that 5-cent candy. Am I dating myself? Are candy still 5 cents? This is what I'm talking about. Really, really nice. Used to love those. Peaches. A little bit of spice in here, maybe some allspice, maybe a little bit of cinnamon perhaps. Really nice, complex, very sweet on the nose for sure. Let's go palate. Red and black plums. This, again, that sweetness. This is very, very sweet. Maybe like a classic kind of like bubblegum kind of flavor note to it. Kind of get like a dark kind of jam, like a blackberry jam. Maybe a little bit of chocolate. Maybe a little bit of dark and milk, perhaps. Chocolate notes. Very slight though. I get this kind of like bitter, kind of citrus note. Maybe like a bitter oak as well. Wondering if maybe the port tannins are playing a role in that. I think for me, this is a very complex, very enjoyable whiskey. Very, very sweet. Again, sometimes a whiskey can maybe be a little bit approaching that too much on the sweetness end of it. I think this one is definitely getting to the line. It's very much approaching the line of like where I would say this is almost too sweet. And I do like sweeter whiskeys for sure. I think the viscosity is a little bit low than what you would expect. 48% ABV, but I feel like it's kind of thin on the palate, a little bit thin on the finish as well. I think I'm getting this like kind of bitter, sour, tannic note that just kind of prevents this whiskey from being very, very nice. I think it's a great whiskey. I think it's great complexity. I think there's just a few maybe edges that aren't working the greatest, but overall, I do very much enjoy this. If you are someone who does not like a very sweet scotch, I don't think you're going to like this one. It's very, very sweet. Score-wise for me on this one, I'm giving it a pretty solid mark. I'm going to go 86.5 out of 100. Now let's talk value. I paid 115 Canadian dollars for this. I think, you know, that brings it above where the standard 12-year-old is, and I think the standard 12 is a better pour. So I'm going to have to take off a half mark, I think, for value. Bring it down to 86 out of 100. This is very sweet, and I do think that there's a time and a place for this whiskey, and I do think it's very complex, and it's got a lot of stuff going on with it, a lot of good stuff going on with it. Just a few things I think that, you know, prevent it from getting a higher score. I do like this a lot with the cigar. I kind of tend to go towards more sweeter whiskeys when I'm pairing it with the cigar. Nice sweet bourbon, or like a heavily sherried scotch, something more on the sweet end. This, to me, is very, very sweet, and it does pair nice with the cigar. So if you're a cigar smoker, maybe try this one out. It does work nice with a cigar. So let me know what you think. Have you tried this one? GlenAllachie has come out with a bunch of wood finishes, the whole range of them. I've reviewed a couple before. I'll link to them down below so you can check it out. I haven't tried the rest of the range. I heard the PX is a pretty solid one. Let me know in the comments if you tried any of those, and if you've tried this one, let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Very much appreciated. Have a good one.
I go to Sipper Social Club, where we sip things
and we socialize.
And it's a club.